So if you want your stick for the initial check-in, you can use it. We will use it as a part of the prep as well. Your choice. We'll just spend a few brief moments here just evaluating our readiness to move. You can have your eyes open or you can close them, whatever works for you today. With your body, see if there's anything that needs attention, attend to that. Bring your awareness to it. If there's something that you need to think about and address as you start moving more aggressively and more vigorously. And just settle yourself in with your breath. Take a few more moments. If your eyes are closed, you can open them, grab your stick, do a check-in with our alignment and our posture, 3 points of contact. So again, we want that stick to be well aligned along our spine from the top of our head through our tailbone, also feeling the middle of our back. And in that position, feeling your head rise, feeling your spine lengthen against the stick. The chin is drawn in. It's not the head's not tilting back to get the head to contact it. If you want to close your eyes at this point to kind of dial that in more, you can do that. Maybe just reflecting on the very first time you did this and what that felt like, how that's probably burned into your memory, and what that feels like compared to what it feels like now, and just sensing and determining the progress that you've made. Sometimes the progress happens so slowly it doesn't feel like any progress at all, but it does make itself present. We give it a chance. Maybe there's something a little extra as you're doing this now that you can draw into your awareness, something that you progressed this far that you can bring into your field of awareness. Maybe something that you couldn't even think about before because of other things distracting you, but now you can. So our bodies just keep revealing things, and it's up to us to kind of hunt them down sometimes. You can either keep your eyes closed or you can open them. We're just going to hinge in this position. So again, we're pivoting at the pelvis, maintaining those 3 contact points, going as far as we can toward parallel with the floor. Feeling that big stretch behind your legs as long as your knees are straight, not locked out straight, but staying straight. Using that for good feedback. The feedback is that if you feel that stretch, you're keeping your spine in that good, well-aligned position throughout that whole range of motion. Let's try one more time. Then we'll bring that stick in front of us. We're just going to squat and reach that stick as close to the floor as we can. So we're just sitting ourselves down, standing back up. And again, just assessing your range of motion, seeing how close to the floor you can get. Engaging the hips, trying to feel those feet spread apart. They're not actually spreading apart, but you're engaging your hips to spread those feet apart. Stabilize the pelvis as you sit down. Let's do one more like this, and then each time we stand up, then we'll add an overhead reach with the stick. And then just repeat that process of bringing the stick to the floor, and then stick overhead. Let's do one more. And then you can place that stick off to the side momentarily. We'll focus just on the ankles, so heel and toe rockers. So we're coming up onto our toes as high as we can, and then bringing our toes up onto our heels. And if you want to round that out by swinging the ankles around in kind of a circular pattern, you can consider that. It's a little bit of an extra balance challenge as you do so. Let's do two more. Shake that loose. We're going to walk forward and backward on our tippy toes as high as we can. Again, connecting what's happening from the top of our head all the way through our toes. So one straight line from the top of your head all the way through your feet. And then as you're ready, you can switch it into a sideways walk. So we're moving sideways, still on our toes. Finish whatever distance you're going. And standing stationary, the left arm, we're going to just make a big forward circle. Once you feel like you've got the left arm going well forward, then we're going to add the back circle with the right arm. Again, start with small circles, slowly expand to make them larger. Connect your breath with your movement. Let's do two more. Then you can shake that loose. Then we'll bring the right arm forward. Once you have that established, then bring the left arm backward. Same concept. And making them as big as you can when you're ready. Do two more. And shake it loose. Then we're going to make big, big figure eights from right to left, as high and as low as we can, but with both arms. Changing directions once you've made a whole figure eight. One more time. Oh, very good. Okay, as we get ready, you can have your stick still by your side if you want extra handheld weights. I'll give you the heads up when you have the ability on some of these to choose if you want to use resistance versus a stick. Some will only be using with the stick, but I'll let you know when we can mix it up a little bit more. So we are going to start with the stick. We're going to keep the stick at some width that is comfortable for you. We're going to bring the stick overhead and we're just going to push as hard as we can towards the center of the stick. So it's just going to be a static hold. Make sure everybody looks like they're ready. Okay, we'll start in 5 seconds. In 3, 2, and 1. So again, we're thinking about 3 points of contact. So I'm keeping that good alignment through my spine, and then the stick essentially becomes the 4th contact point in that same line. So we're trying to press as hard as we can to the center of the stick, continuing to breathe as we do that. "20 seconds left. "10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Stick down, shake it loose. We'll keep the stick in hands. It'll be the same concept, pressing the center, but this time we'll make it dynamic. We'll raise the stick overhead as far as we can. If you want to bring it actually behind your head, and then we'll let it come back down. As we're doing that, we're always pressing towards the center of the stick. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Pressing to the center, raising that stick up under control as far as you comfortably can, and then right back down. Taking attention and effort to press towards the center as you raise and lower the stick. Again, maintaining those 3 contact points. So when we get it up overhead, we're not arching our back. We're keeping that same good alignment. 15 seconds left. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and shake it loose. If you want resistance next, you can. We're going to do a balanced press back. So with one leg, I'm just going to press my foot back as far as I can. If I want to have weight in my hands, I can do that, or I can have my stick. Your choice. We'll do it each time on each leg. Starting in 5 seconds, pick which leg you want to begin with. In 2, 1, here we go. So trying to stay in balance, pressing that heel back as far as we can, then coming back up into standing position without putting that foot down if possible. With the stick or with the weight, it gives you a little bit extra counterbalance, so you can extend that range of motion just a little further with that foot compared if our hands were empty and by our side. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1, and we'll shake that out. We'll repeat the same thing on the opposite leg. Okay, we'll begin in 5 seconds here. Other side. 2, 1, here we go. Again, think about pushing back with the heel, not just pointing the toe. Still breathing. Inhale and exhale. We have about 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Again, either or with resistance or stick. We're going to hold our arms overhead. And all we're going to do is we're going to raise that leg out to the side. Okay. We're going to try and keep the hip, the knee, and the foot pointing straight ahead. So we're not rotating the leg out to get the leg up. We're keeping everything pointing straight ahead. And we'll do it with the arms up position. Okay. So we'll start in 5 seconds. Pick your leg. 2, 1. Here we go. And again, we're not going to let ourselves lean to the side in order to get the leg up. We're trying to stay as vertical as we can. Twenty more seconds. Just a light toe touch with that foot if you need it to regain your balance, and then right back into single leg balance. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake everything loose. We'll repeat that on the other side. Starting the other side in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Resist the urge to shrug your shoulders, to keep your arms up. Keep those shoulders drawn down as you reach overhead. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shaking it loose. Again, you have the option of weight or stick. We're going to lunge sideways, so laterally. As I lunge to my right, I'm going to lean back to my left. As I lunge to my left, I'm going to lean to my right. So whatever direction you're stepping or lunging in, you're going to side lean in the opposite direction. So you can have weight in hands or with the stick, your choice. We'll start in 5 seconds. Pick your direction. 2, 1, and here we go. Again, just try to coordinate those movements as well as you can. You don't have to go too fast. Challenge your range of motion. Make sure you're leaning the body. You're not just tilting your head. That space between your ears and your head remains the same. The lean is happening with your body. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Let's see here. Well, let's grab a quick drink if you need it. We're going to go to the ground next. You'll have the option again. We'll do 2 movements on our back on the ground. And you can use either weight or resistance for the first one. And then we'll just use a stick for the second one. Okay. So we'll be on the floor on our backs. The first movement is going to be a bridge with an overhead reach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bridge my hips up, and then I'm going to reach overhead, just like what we did when we were standing. Reach overhead, and then come back up. Okay, so if you want weight for that, you can, or use a stick. We'll start in 10 seconds. Pull the toes up, drive the heels down in 2, 1, Here we go. Hold that bridge and then reach overhead with the arms and then pull them right back up, reaching towards the ceiling. Coordinate the breath with the movement that you're doing. 20 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Hips down. The next movement will be an overhead reach, like what we did when we were standing. We're going to do a pull apart. So we're pulling from the center of the stick, and then we're just going to do a superhuman reach. So we're trying to reach our feet and our arms, making us as long as we can as we pull apart with the stick. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Pull apart and make yourself long. If you want to raise your feet off the floor a little bit and your hands, you can. Not necessary. Just a little extra resistance challenge if you choose to do it that way. Fifteen more seconds. Three, two, and one. And roll to one side. Bring yourself up to your feet. Again, resistance or a stick is an option. If you have a weight that you're going to use in your hands, you're going to have your arms out in this position. Otherwise, we'll use the stick like this. We're going to sideways step. We're going to twist in the direction of as I step. So as I step right, I'm going to twist to the right. As I step left, twisting to the left. Okay? We'll start in 10 seconds. Just look out for things near you so you don't knock them over. In 2, 1, here we go. Step and twist. We're not lunging, we're just sidestepping. So you can adjust the speed and the length of the step, but we want to be in control. We're not shrugging the weight, or excuse me, we're not shrugging our shoulders to keep the weight up or the stick up. Fifteen seconds left. Improve your balance a little bit on each foot. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, stick only is next. We're going to use an underhand grip, so it's going to look like this. Okay, so not this, but underhand. Okay. We're going to do a twist and cross up. So it's going to be this. As I go left, I'm going to swing my right arm up. As I go right, I'm swinging my left arm up. The added element here is we're going to try and pull apart as we keep our arms out. Okay. Twist and cross up. Palms up. Pulling apart. In 2, 1. Here we go. There's a lot happening here, so kind of connect it all together. We are twisting, so we want to pivot our feet. We want to look behind us, encourage our bodies to turn. We're pulling apart. We have an underhand grip. None of this is real comfortable when you put them together. Fifteen more seconds. Three, two, and one. Shake that loose. Same concept, but we're twisting cross down. So when I go right, my left arm is under. As I go left, my right arm is under. And this time we push towards the center. So again, the stick stays at the center. I'm not swinging. The stick stays at the center, and I'm rotating like so. Okay? Pushing to the center, starting in 5, in 2, 1. Here we go. Feet are active. Oh, pushing towards the center of the stick. No shrugging in the shoulders. The center of the stick stays at the level of your collarbones or your heart. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink if you need it. Over here. Okay. Okay, you can use stick or weights. In a balanced position, we're just going to make a big rainbow or a big arc over the top of our head. Your hips, your knees, and your ankles can bend as much as you want. You're just trying to get as low to the floor on each side as you desire or as you can. If you want to have weight in your hands or a weight held between both hands, you can, or using a stick. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Start easy with your range of motion. This is one where we break the side lean rule, so we're letting that stick come way, way down. The arms come close to the head as we need to. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Switching out to the other leg. Start in 10 seconds. In 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Again, start small. Just kind of get your feel for your balance on the other side. Fifteen more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to do a crossover lunge, and we're going to side lean in the opposite direction of the step we're taking. So as I cross lunge to the left, I'm going to lean back to the right. As I cross going to the right, I'm going to lean back to the left. So you can use a stick or weight here. Either way, our arms are going to be well over our heads. And we'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. So we're back to keeping a stricter position with our arms because we're just leaning our bodies. We're not swinging the stick. So you want to keep that spacing between our arms and our heads as well as we can, and just lean with the body. Twenty more seconds. 10 left. 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink if you need it. We will go back to the ground. 2 elements will be on the floor on our stomachs. We'll be doing that superhuman reach. The first time we're going to push the stick towards the center. The second time we'll pull. Okay, so nothing real fancy there. Pushing first and then pulling. We'll start in 15 seconds. You decide what kind of width you want with your hand on the stick. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Pushing to the center. Making ourselves as long as we can. Twenty more seconds. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Keep the shoulders drawn back. 3, 2, and 1. Same concept. This time we're just going to pull from the center instead of pushing towards the center. We'll start in 15 seconds. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1. Here we go. Pulling from the center this time. Again, draw those shoulders down and back. Make yourself as long as you can. Twenty more seconds. 10 left. 3, 2, and 1. And we're up on our feet. You'll need your stick again. Stick will be behind you. Palms facing forward. We're going to pull from the center and then we're going to raise the stick back and then bring it close to your hips again. Okay. We're just trying to maintain good alignment, trying to keep our shoulders down and relaxed as we pull apart. And then raise and lower the stick. We'll start in 5 seconds. Stand tall. 2, 1. Pull apart and begin pulling back. And then bringing it right back to your hips. Again, we're not disturbing our spinal alignment to create range of motion here. Just kind of keep it real. If all you need to do is focus on pulling from the center, that's great. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake that loose. We're going to keep the stick up at shoulder height with the underhand grip again, and we're just going to pull apart again in this position. So I'm staying tall, staying straight, and I'm just going to pull apart as hard as I can from the center of the stick. I can keep my arms narrow. I can widen them out. It's your choice where you want your hands to be. Just really focus on a real solid, strong pull apart. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Start that pull apart. Think of your 3 points of contact. If that stick was on your back, can you maintain those 3 contact points? Keep the shoulders drawn down. Chin is drawn in. "15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. We're going to raise and lower the stick like we did the first time, but this time we're going to push to the center instead of pull apart. So pushing to the center as we pull apart. Sure, I did that right. Excuse me, we'll pull apart instead of push. Pulling as we raise and lower the stick. We'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Pulling from the center, raising and lowering that stick. You can take it behind your head if you want and open up the shoulders. Again, the main focus is how hard we're able to pull apart from the center. "20 more seconds. 10 left. 3, 2, and 1. Alternated forward lunge with the reach back. So as I lunge forward, I'm going to bring the stick up, and I'm going to let myself reach back with my body a little bit. So once the stick is up to my overhead position, I'm going to lean back a little bit like so, come back, and then repeat on the other leg. As long of a step as you can make with each foot. We'll start in 10 seconds. Again, watch for things around you. Try not to knock anything. Starting in 2, 1, here we go. Might feel a little robotic at first, that's okay. Part of the process is just smoothing out those little hiccups in our movement. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Grab a drink, catch your breath. We will be going down to the floor again. In each case, you have the option of using weight or your stick. The first position will be on our stomach, and we're just going to do a Y arm raise. So I'm just going to try and raise my hands off the floor a little bit in that prone position. The second movement will be on our backs. We'll be doing a same side dying bug touch. Okay, so stick or resistance on our stomachs first, doing a Y arm raise. We'll start in 15 seconds. No need to pull or push the stick. We're just raising it off the floor, or weights if you have weights. Here we go. 2, 1. Raising those arms up as far as you comfortably can, and then slowly resting them back down towards the floor. Fifteen more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Rolling onto our backs, with or without resistance. Same side dying bug touch. Right hand to left foot, or excuse me, right hand to right foot, left hand to left foot. Start in 10 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Elbows and knees stay as straight as you can keep them. Twenty more seconds. Five left. 2, 1. And roll to one side. Bring yourselves up. Again, you have the option of weight or resistance here. We're going to keep the arms in an overhead position with 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, and we're just going to twist, or we're going to rotate like so. Okay? So your feet can be in a narrow position or a wide position, but it's kind of like you're holding a spot on a tightrope with your feet. Okay, we'll do it with each foot forward, so pick which one you want forward first. We'll start in 5 seconds. Nice and tall. 2, 1, and we're just twisting from here. Keep that spine as vertical as you can. Keep the stick right, or the weight right over your head. Fifteen more seconds. 5 left. 2, 1, and shake it loose. We'll do that same thing, switching the foot position. And we'll start in 5 seconds. In 2, 1, here we go. Tall, long, straight spine. Arms straight overhead. Resist the temptation to lean in any direction as you rotate. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. 3. Same position with our feet. We're going to do a forward backward U swing. So I'm going to swing my stick up. I'm going to rotate the stick and then swing it back, up, rotate, and back. Okay. Again, it's the same stride position, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We'll trade legs. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Just kind of play with it. It's a very awkward feel. But just do the best you can to keep that good balance as you swing those arms. Just kind of testing that range of motion from front to back. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll just repeat with the legs switched. Starting in 5 seconds. In 2, 1. Here we go. Twenty more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, back to the underhand grip. We're just going to do a regular twist, so the arms will be out at shoulder height. No pushing, no pulling, just a regular twist. We'll start in 5 seconds. See if we can maximize the range of motion. 2, 1. Here we go. Big twist. Use that stick as leverage. You can kind of help yourself go around a little bit further with the use of that stick. See what you can do about that. Keep those feet loose on the floor. Let those hips turn. And then just breathe. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, with stick or with resistance, your choice. We're going to allow the hip, knee, and the ankle to bend, and we're just going to do a floor touch. So I'm just going to try and reach to the floor as close as I can, then come up into a standing position. We'll do it with each leg. Again, if you want to use resistance, you can do that, or you can use a stick. Pick your foot. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Just a light toe touch with the other foot whenever you need it. 20 more seconds. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it loose. We'll repeat that same thing on the other leg. Starting in 5 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. Whatever depth you can get to, just keep trying to replicate that same depth each time. Letting the hip, the knee, and the ankle bend. 15 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it loose. Stick or resistance. We're going to do a single leg balance with the arms in the overhead position. And we're going to try to do, if you want, the extra challenge is to try to do eyes closed. Okay? Big challenge here if you want it. Otherwise, just eyes open, single leg balance, arms overhead. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep the eyes open. I'll let you know when to close them if you choose to do that. Again, have that other toe ready to just put that foot down whenever you need it. Okay. Eyes closed in 3, 2, and 1. Eyes open in 3, 2, and 1. Just 10 more seconds here now. 3, 2, and 1. Feet down, shake it loose. Good job. Repeating that same thing on the other side. We'll start in 10 seconds. We'll do it the same way progressively from balance to eyes closed. Okay, here we go. 2, 1, single leg balance. Get yourself settled in, and again, have that other foot ready. Just kind of test that to make sure it's ready when and if you need it. And we're closing the eyes in 3, 2, and 1. So that foot's ready if you need it. Eyes open in 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there just for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down, shake it loose. Good job. All right, once you get a drink, catch your breath, and we'll wrap it up. Okay, so as we stand tall, just want to feel that length like we started in the beginning. And as you're ready, we're just going to drop the head over to the right gently, yielding to gravity. So just feeling that lengthening on the left side of the shoulder and the head and the neck. We're not trying to force the head over. Just trying to be as passive with this as we can. And then head to neutral, gently. And then gently over to your left. Now we're feeling that opening on the right side. and back to neutral. And then tilting back so our eyes or our gaze is up toward the ceiling. Keep your mouth closed. Head back to neutral. Get yourself oriented. And then as you're ready, head tilt down. So our gaze now is towards the floor. And back to neutral. We're going to turn our head and look to our left as far as you comfortably can. Again, we're not disturbing that alignment of the 3 points of contact. So our chin is still drawn in as we make this head turn, bringing it back to neutral, and then over to your right. And back to neutral. And we'll do shoulder rolls, alternating forward and backward, making those as big as we can. One more in each direction. And taking the left arm, bringing it behind, grabbing that wrist with the right hand as we pull it to our right. We'll again let our head tilt to the right as well. So we're opening everything up on the left side. We've got that extra pull on the arm though this time. Again, we're not forcing the head. We're just yielding to gravity with our head. The only active part is pulling the arm behind. And bringing the head to neutral, release the arm, shake it loose. Right arm behind, grab the wrist with the left arm or left hand, pull it to your left, and then gently head tilt to your left. And then back to neutral with the head, release the arms. Big hug, right arm over left. We're going to tuck the chin in, then we're going to round the back and we're going to pelvic tilt. So we're making a big round back, tucking the tail underneath. And then release that tuck, straighten the back, release the arms, shake it loose. Arms out, big hug again, left arm over right this time. Tuck the chin in, round the back, and then tuck the tail. Still able to breathe. And then release the pelvis, straighten the back, release the arms, shake it loose. And a big reach overhead with an inhale. And big exhale. Arms out and down. And we'll call this one done and in the books for today. Good job.